Hi, I'm Terry Murphy for the Data Advocate, and here today with one of the super guests that were with us at the Paris meetings, the International MLS Forum, where there was just a glitterati of top people, top industry visionaries, top advisors, top presidents, and of course, we had Marika Abuashvili. And boy, it took me a little while to figure out how to say that, but she hails from Europe to us. Tell us a little bit about where you're from, Marika, and a little bit about your background, having practiced real estate in the United States for over 20 years.
Yes, a little more than that, but I think at this point we shouldn't say more. Hi, everybody, and thank you for having me, Terry. It's a great honor and a lot of fun to have a conversation with you. I appreciate the opportunity. Uh, just a few words about me. I depends what side of the globe you're in. I am from Seattle and I'm from Tbilisi all at the same time. Both cities are my home. I spent equal amount of years in both places. In United States, I worked and lived in Seattle area. I was Coldwell Banker Bain managing broker for over 20 years. And then life brought me back to Georgia, Tbilisi, where I'm originally from, where I am trying to implement American values and American way of doing real estate business and educate local realtors and make their lives simpler and make their careers more successful.
You did fabulous contributions on our panel. I hosted the panel there in Paris. That was just this
Thank you.
past December. And we were all there for a common need. And the common need was how to establish protocols, data organization, data exchange, and collaboration so that there was more of a collaboration with MLSs. I had the ability to interview Giselle Abadi, and she really stated it well. And you were very passionate about that. We had you, Dan Negalescu, and Zola. We're just going to call him Zola because of his last name.
And nobody can pronounce it. No,
we just call him Zola.
It's a magical name. Yes, Super Zola.
But here's the thing that really came across, that everyone from every part of the globe, from every different protocol, really kind of is looking for the same thing. Not that the United States has it done, but for 150 years, we've been able to get some system in place.
I'm privileged to have this unique experience of working with MLS in United States for so many years, a couple of decades, and watch its evolution right through my fingertips, feeling it and using it and living it. And then coming to Tbilisi, Georgia, and finding out that MLS simply doesn't exist here was next to devastating, because I realized how difficult it is for local professionals to manage high level of services, to gather information and to service their clients the best possible way without having this most important tool in their business. So we started working on MLS about 4 years ago, maybe a little bit more, exploring different opportunities and ways of doing it, but it's challenging. And being at the forum in Paris encouraged me, because I realized that challenges and difficulties that we have in Georgia are not unique to our local geographical area here. It's pretty much maybe all non-American country, at least in the Eastern Europe, every country is having same issues, same problems. So the encouraging thing here, looking on the positive side of things, is that finding solution for one will mean that we'll find solution for all. And that's, I think, was one of the essential parts of Forum in Paris, to find those solutions for upcoming emerging real estate markets, and how to make the level of professionalism, the data transparency, the communication, the services, all that better, and put it on a different level.
That is so well stated, because when we were there, because it was a very unique, it was the first of its kind, we had the assimilation of all these people from different representations, countries, protocols, whatever. And we did realize that the collaboration would provide not only more trust and authenticity, but a better experience for the consumer. Because right now, without without initiatives and protocols that are consistent, we couldn't tell if a property was actually available, if it wasn't available, if there was anything we needed to know about the property. Because in this country, of course, you know this, we have safeguards in
Maximum
place.
transparency, right? Maximum transparency. We connected with tax records and history of sales and even previous market history for each property. That's incredible information that apparently we were taking for granted. I didn't know it doesn't exist in some places.
Yeah,
So,
that was one of the most revealing things. And so, you know, they are already trying to schedule a program in 2024 in Europe again. And of course, I know you will be there because you're such an amazing asset, having done
thank you
real
so
estate
much.
in the United States. Well, I mean, we can all talk about doing something, but when you've done it, you have a totally different experience. And 20 years of management, being familiar with the process that we have for multiple listing service exchange. And then Dan Nagalescu, who was also on our panel, talked about how he was impressed with it and how it was necessary. So now tell
Yeah.
me a little bit about when you do real estate there, what challenges do you have that are not available that we had here?
You mean, again, comparing the two different markets, right? Sure.
Yes.
So the challenges are pretty much the same as in any of those markets where MLS is not strong on its feet. Number one challenge, in my view, is the absence of exclusive representation. And I think that's where it all starts. So when sellers do not feel like they need to sign exclusive contracts with the listing agents, when the buyers don't feel like they don't need to be represented by buyers, when ultimately the listing agents, even if they're verbally contracting with sellers, don't feel safe because they cannot share this information widely because now all the competitors will come after the same listing. And since they don't have exclusive representation, they're not inclined in sharing their commission. I mean, it's a huge mess. It's like catch-22 in nightmarish kind of way. So I really applaud my colleagues here in Georgia on how professionally they conduct business, given the circumstances that they do not have all these amazing tools that we have in the United States. It's almost like, I don't know why this automobile image comes to my mind all the time when we talk about those two ways of businesses. But I feel like we in America, in real estate business, would drive on this smooth, nice, wide road in a nice automobile. And real estate agents here, for instance, they go on the mountain undeveloped road through the rocks, on the beat up Jeep. It's, if we can imagine this visual, I think the way of doing business. So I have a lot of respect for local real estate agents, especially because they're intuitively or intellectually, they're thriving to find the right way. They're thriving on after all the educational classes, they're adapting to new knowledge. We had a couple of American trainers coming in. I conducted a couple of trainings for them. There's a lot available online right now. The NAR offers amazing library of knowledge. So they are eager to learn. And I think this is the perfect foundation for the system that will unite all those professionals in one hub, so to speak, right? So I'm again going towards MLS. And I think that will be perfect. I think they're ready, except just readiness isn't enough, and this is why it was so important to be in a forum in Paris, because we were talking about different aspects of implementing MLSs in countries where it doesn't exist or when it's just upcoming. Ali Adar with Realtina, I think he had an interesting quote that I remember that, this business has to be ethical, first of all, ethical between the agents, ethical to, the society. and to the clients, et cetera, et cetera. And this is where it all starts. So I think he mentioned once, and maybe I'm paraphrasing him, but he said ethics become culture when it's supported by the right system. And I think even that is amazing quote, because that's MLS again. That's MLS. Everybody's united in MLS. Yeah.
Definitely a visionary, and hooking up the collaboration that happened basically through LinkedIn with Ali and Saul Klein, who is one of the real estate visionaries from way back. We've been together for a long time. And then adding extra spice, that extra special sauce that we get with Marika and some of the other people on the board, that's really helpful. So as we look forward maybe to another, not maybe, but as we look forward to the next meeting, what are you hoping happens between now and then, before I let you go?
Before now and the next forum for MLS?
Yes.
Well, I think, and I hope, and hope all at the same time, that there will be a lot of educational process in place. I think the biggest challenge is to switch people from doing things old ways, right? Is the culture, is the old ways that are hard to change. So I think education, intensive, targeted to this very specific topic of MLS, of exclusivity, would be something that we need to work on before now and then. And perhaps that would be a very interesting topic to discuss at the next MLS forum, on what education methods and what marketing, if you wish, or popularization rather. I think popularization would be a better word here.
Good word.
What popularization method along with education work best to promote MLS ecosystem, to promote collaboration, to promote exclusivity, and to promote higher level of servicing clients. I think that will be probably number one in my book. And then I think when we go further, if and when MLS systems will be ready to be implemented in many of the countries, including Georgia, I think promoting resource standards as a foundation of MLS would be very important step, because I will tell you from firsthand experience that I worked a lot with tech people on SRS for local MLS. We tried a couple of different systems and we were writing specifications. And I will tell you, without unified language, without unified rules, it could be such a mess. And if we're planning to do collaboration not only on local, let's say Georgian market or Romanian market or anything else, if we're looking in future and we're thinking about global collaboration, because I think that's the goal, right? Then we definitely have to have some kind of system, some kind of language that helps all those little different microcosms to connect and communicate easily.
And so you see why I love having a brilliant woman, a powerful woman, a teaching woman, a sharing woman, and amazing woman on our team for working for global collaboration using MLS standards for more authenticity, transparency. Marika, one of the most amazing things about our meeting was that you were from Georgia and I'm not. And here we are together because of the magic of the ability to connect. And that's what I think we're all about. I'm hoping you'll join us again as we progress, maybe before the meetings, so that we can get more of your insights. Well, I want to thank you for joining us here at the Data Advocate. For more information about how the process of global communication and collaboration is going to happen, join us again for another segment. Marika, thank you. Molto piacere, would say in Italian, and you can say it in your language, which you did beautifully at the forum. And you see why I just said thank you. Okay, thank you so much for joining us again for another segment of the Data Advocate.